I love hanging out and talking with Bills Mafia when it comes to game day. But with the AFC Championship game right around the corner, I went into enemy territory and spoke with a true Kansas City Chiefs fan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this preview edition of Believers Talk, where we're going to preview the game between our Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs, the AFC Championship game, and the Buffalo Bills are a part of it. It feels great to say that, and I'm so looking forward to this game on Sunday. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to this channel, my name is Joe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment as I talk with Michael Darcy, a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Make sure you let me know what you think about what he says, and also give me some predictions in the comment section. I had a great time speaking with Michael Darcy, and listen, I know that we're going to be enemies this weekend come this Sunday, but you gotta love the Kansas City Chiefs fan base, Chiefs Kingdom. They do a great job over there, and so is Michael Darcy. So make sure if you haven't already checked him out, check the description below for all his videos. He'll keep you up to date on the Kansas City Chiefs injury report leading up to the game. He does a great job, so make sure you check him out. Let him know Believers Talk sent you. But here's our video, and again, I want to thank him for joining me on Believers Talk. And I am here with a Kansas City Chiefs fan, Michael Darcy. You can find Michael Darcy on YouTube and other platforms under the KC Sports Report. Michael, first of all, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic, man. We're going to have a great game this weekend.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And again, we were talking just off camera. You know, there's this sense for Buffalo Bills fans, like, I mean, obviously we want to win, right? I mean, everyone wants we're here. And as you said in one of your last videos, you know, you don't know how many chances you'll have being here, right? I mean, I think about the Eagles. They just fired Doug Peterson and they just won the Super Bowl 3 years ago. You know, you don't know how many chances you get. So as a Bills fan, we want to win this game. But as a Chiefs fan, there's kind of this expectation. You know, you have a $500 million quarterback now, this expectation to be here. So how does it feel knowing that your expectations at least somewhat have been met so far this season?
You know, it's a good feeling. Trust me. I mean, coming from back in the early 2010s, this team was what, 2-14. I mean, we've come a long way, and Patrick Mahomes has changed this franchise in a lot of ways. You know, it's nice being in another AFC Championship game. This is the third year in a row that we've hosted it, which is it's crazy to think about. But I think that not only are the Chiefs fans not satisfied, but Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs team has raised the bar so high. It's a great feeling to be in it, but our work's not done yet. We got a lot more to accomplish.
Sure. And so that's where we're going to start this video, guys. Just so you know, we're filming this video Tuesday night. I'm sure by the time this video gets out, there's going to be more news on the topic. But Patrick Mahomes, what's the sense in Kansas City when it comes to Patrick Mahomes? I know you just got some breaking news as well. I didn't know what you wanted to say about that real quick.
Yeah, that's a good point, because honestly, I think Patrick Mahomes is kind of the deciding factor in this game. Chad Henne shocked the world. He shocked me, and I'm a Chiefs fan. Seeing him scramble on 3rd and long, it was something that I was not expecting. So Patrick Mahomes' availability in this game is going to determine possibly a trip to the Super Bowl. It's a big time storyline that we got to follow, and I think he's going to play. I mean, everything tells me that Patrick Mahomes is built for these moments. I kind of was thinking about, this is like the Michael Jordan flu game, except for he's concussed. Or he might not even have a concussion. I mean, that's the problem. There's so many different stories right now going out on if it's a concussion, if it's not a concussion. We're not too sure yet, but I think it's a safe thing to say that he will play this weekend.
Yeah, I think as long as, I mean, obviously, like Andy Reid said, as long as doctors clear him, right? Like right now, it's all the doctor's decision. But in my mind, in probably all Bills fans' minds and Chiefs fans' minds, he's playing on Sunday. And it's funny, like you hear both Coach Leslie Frazier, our defensive coordinator, and you hear Coach Andy Reid, and you're like, this is all lip service, guys. Stop it. We know he's playing. But let's just get down to it. So yeah, I personally think he's playing. So I'm going to go into this game thinking that he's playing until we hear otherwise. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this game. Obviously, that's why we have you on here. And just what are your thoughts about the difference between the AFC Championship game this coming Sunday and the Week 5 matchup? What do you see as big key differences in those two games, and what the Chiefs really need to prepare for that they might not have to prepare for in Week 5?
Well, both teams, first off, are a lot healthier, and that's something that it's not really common, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying this as Patrick Mahomes is concussed and our number one cornerback
Right.
is out with a concussion as well. But I
Right.
think that we're healthier as a team. I don't expect the same amount of success. I don't know what you thought of that Week 5 game, but I kind of thought the Chiefs dominated that
Yeah.
game. We had 250 on the ground. That's not normal for Chiefs fans
Right.
to see. I mean, we're a pass-happy offense that really controlled that game by running the ball.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. Not against this defense. I mean, Matt Milano, really like him in coverage.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he could take on Travis Kelce, but Tre'Davious White in the secondary. You guys got a lot of pieces on defense, and they're going to make plays. I almost see the Bills defense similarity between the Chiefs defense. They make big time plays, they get off the field, and I would say that just they do enough to help the offense. So I think it's going to be a good game, but don't expect the same thing what happened in Week 5 to transpire.
Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of Bills fans have optimism. I mean, again, whether it's warranted or not, like we do as Bills fans, I think most of us feel like the Chiefs dominated that game. And yet the scoreboard didn't indicate that. I mean, you guys scored a field goal late to make it a 9-point game. But I believe there was a fumble that if the Bills would have recovered it, we would have been like right there, ready to take the lead. The Chiefs recovered it, or maybe even the Bills fumble. I forget how it went down.
I think they said his knee was down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, his knee was down. And so there were a lot of things that transpired. So for Bills fans, yeah, you look at the game and you look at the statistics from this game, it's like, holy cow, the Chiefs dominated. But then, yeah, to know it was that close at the end, it's like, okay, well, maybe we can hang with this team. I mean, I look at the stats from this game. I mean, you guys ran 73 offensive plays to 50 for the Buffalo Bills. And I'm glad you brought up health. One thing I also want to talk about is Clyde Edwards-Helaire did not play this past Sunday. What's his status for the game coming up?
He was questionable for last week.
Okay.
We had the three big players. Our linebacker, Willie Gay, he's a rookie. He flies around and makes a lot of plays. Sammy Watkins, they were both ruled out.
Yeah.
Clyde was questionable. I kind of expected him to play. I think he'll play this week. From what I've heard, he's getting more reps in practice. It's all men on deck. We've got to find a way to win this game. So I think that Sammy's going to play. I think that Clyde's going to play, but expect like a 70 or 80% Clyde and not 100% because he's still coming off of that high ankle sprain.
Right. And running backs and high ankle sprains just never good. I mean, we just had Zach Moss go out with high ankle sprain wild card weekend, and now we have to rely on backup running backs. But other than that, like you said, the Bills healthy. You look at the Week 5 matchup. One thing that I'll say about the Buffalo Bills is the week prior against the Las Vegas Raiders. And no one talks about this except for Bills Mafia. Josh Allen actually was tackled on his non-throwing shoulder. He actually injured his non-throwing shoulder right before that game. And if you look at the stats from that game, the Chiefs game, that was one of Josh Allen's worst games of the season. And you got to give credit to the defense for that, of course. Like you said, they love to fly all over the field. One thing I want to talk about is Tyreek Hill in the last game didn't make as big of an impression, only 3 receptions. Now, obviously, we're going to have Trey White on him all day. But one thing I saw in the Browns game that I think would be very effective against the Bills, that does scare me, is something that Bills run a lot, actually, is a jet sweep. I saw them run the jet sweep a couple times with him, and he's fast. He gets to the outside edge. Kind of like us with Isaiah McKenzie, he can be dangerous. So do you see the Chiefs using that more in this game?
Yeah, and I don't think it's just Tyreek Hill. I think it was Mecole Hardman that on those jet sweeps, I don't think he's faster than Tyreek Hill, but it's pretty close. I mean, it's very close. So I almost think that they do a lot of reverses, like and misdirection on the jet sweeps. So it'll look like Tyreek's going to get the jet sweep, but they hand it off to Mecole. So there's a lot of different confusion involved. So I expect that to happen, but it might not just be Tyreek Hill.
Okay. Yeah. And so as far as the Chiefs go, their secondary. Now, do you trust that? I mean, obviously the Bills talk about Stephon Diggs, talk about John Brown, talk about Cole Beasley. How does the Chiefs secondary match up against those 3 and potentially even Gabe Davis, those 4 wide receivers?
I like our chances because our defense, it's strange. If you can have an offensive attack that is balanced where you run and you throw the ball, we have a little bit more trouble. But if we solely commit to something, we'll do a pretty good job. I think I don't know what his stats were in the last game we played, but Stephon Diggs did not have the impact I expected.
Sure.
And I don't know who was on him. I can't remember that, but I think you put Tyrann Mathieu on him. He's got veteran experience. He knows how to go up against a guy like Diggs, who, for all intents and purposes, he's top 5 in the league, in my opinion, at his position, might even be higher. He's a very big weapon. But I almost think that you take away Stephon Diggs and you can keep Josh Allen in the pocket because he's a very good running quarterback.
Right.
He's faster than Mahomes. He's more elusive than Mahomes. He's also bigger than Mahomes. But I think that if you can contain Josh Allen, keep him in the pocket, and lock up Stephon Diggs, that's our best chance to win this game.
Sure. Yeah. Unfortunately, I wish I could say the Bills had a running attack that like the Chiefs have, but that's just not the case, especially with Zach Moss going out. I mean, I like Devin Singletary personally, but he's just not where, even Clyde Edwards-Helaire is or something of that nature. And I think you look at Andy Reid's play calling ability, that's very good as well. I know Brian Dable is the question for some head coaching positions, but at the same time, he's just not in the same class as Andy Reid. So next thing I want to talk about is, what do you think on offense your best chances are to expose this Buffalo Bills defense?
That's tough because we're going to go into this game assuming Mahomes is going to play.
Yeah.
Because with Chad Henne, I don't even know what the game plan is. I mean, I guess you're handing the ball off. I don't really I think if Mahomes is playing and we're under that assumption, expect us to run the ball a little bit, but because just to make sure that we keep the Bills defense honest.
Sure.
I don't really know how much I want Mahomes dropping back to throw when we don't really know his state at the moment. So I think what we're going to try to do is establish a running game early, make the Bills think we're going to run it, and then Mahomes switches it up and then goes into the old style offense.
Sure.
I think that's probably our best chance. But it's going to be interesting to see if Mahomes can do that if he's not 100%.
Right. Yeah, I think one of the big keys to this game, and this could be probably said, it's funny, you talk about stats for games, and some of these things like turnovers, like that's every game, right? But for me, third down conversion rate is so big for both teams. The Buffalo Bills in the regular season, number 1 on offense in third down conversions, and yet this postseason have not been that good on converting on third downs. So, and also on defense, we saw in the Colts wild card game, when we couldn't get off the field on third downs, it wore us out. And if the Chiefs wear us out, that's a problem. So I'm not exactly sure how the Chiefs do on third downs throughout the year, but I think that's a huge part of this game.
We convert on third and fourth downs quite a bit. I think we're towards the top in the league, but I would say that I really think that if we can find a way to make plays on defense, give the ball back to our offense, I don't think you guys can play the way you did against the Ravens and Colts and win this game. I mean, I'm sorry, Bills Mafia, but this Chiefs team is good and they're on a mission. Patrick Mahomes or not Patrick Mahomes, I still think that holds true. You got to play your best game to beat this team.
Right. Yeah, we have to play our best game and hope that we can catch them making a few mistakes. I remember the Chiefs-Dolphins game. The Dolphins had 3 interceptions in the first quarter, and then it didn't matter
overall.
Yeah. The Houston Texans game last year in the playoffs, they got off to like a 24-3 start, and then that's funny. So anyhow, so thank you for joining me again. And again, guys, everything you need to know about Michael Darcy is down in the comments or in the description below. Make sure you subscribe, like his content as well. And I thank him again for being on here. So give me some bold predictions. Obviously, we know about Mahomes. We know about the Travis Kelce, things like that. Give me some bold predictions that you see coming forward this Sunday for this game against the Bills.
I think the Chiefs defense will hold Stephon Diggs to under 100 yards.
Okay.
That's a bold take. I know it's probably, it might not happen, but something tells me that if we can lock him up, we're going to have a very good chance to win this game. Sure. And let's see, what would be my other bold take? The bold take would be Chiefs win by 10. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see if that happens.
Yeah. I mean, last game, I do have the stats here. Last game, Stephon Diggs was held 6 receptions, 46 yards. He did get into the end zone, so fantasy owners weren't too disappointed. But what's that?
I have him in fantasy.
Oh, okay, there you go. But yeah, I think if the Chiefs could hold them, they'll hold Stephon Diggs to 6 for 46 and a touchdown. I think you would take that all day. My bold prediction, and this is, again, you have to make these bold predictions thinking and that your team's going to win. I think that our tight ends, and that will include Dawson Knox, Reggie Gilliam, and Lee Smith, score more touchdowns than Travis Kelce. And I think that would be a big key to victory. I think if we can, in that first game, we did a pretty good job containing Travis Kelce. He, just like Diggs, still did get into the end zone. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. I think that's the matchup question the Bills have. The biggest matchup question is who's doing Kelce. I like Trey White against pretty much anybody, all pro corner. You have to trust him out there. Same thing with you with Tyrann Mathieu. You have to trust your guy. But yeah, Travis Kelce is going to be that mismatch that might be the one that gets us beat, and that might be it. So, but give me a score prediction before you take off here, and then I'll give you my score prediction, and we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Give me 35-28 Chiefs, and they advance to the Super Bowl for back-to-back years.
Okay. See, and that's another thing is Bills fans, we don't want anyone going 4 years in a row again. So if we have a chance to stop that right now, we're going to do it. I think if the Bills are going to win this game, they have to be the team that controls time possession. They have to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field, just like you guys probably want to do with Josh Allen. So I think it's going to be a lower scoring game than what people would think for these two teams. Maybe not a low scoring game. So give me the Bills to win this one 24-21, maybe even the last second field goal by Tyler Bass to get us in there. What's the weather conditions going to be like for Sunday?
Cold.
That's why both these teams like it, though. So it's
nothing you guys haven't seen before.
Right, exactly. Anyhow, guys, again, thank you very much, Michael Darcy, for joining me. All of his description and everything will be, or all of his links will be in the description below. Give him a follow. Great Kansas City Chiefs fan. And listen, we only do this once every 20 years, so let's make it count. It's going to be a lot of fun. But again, thank you very much for joining me. Again, thank you to Michael Darcy for joining me and giving me his inside take on what's going to happen this weekend between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, he's pulling for the Chiefs. Obviously, we're pulling for the Bills, right? So it's going to be a fun matchup. I hope that we all get to enjoy at least a little bit the ups and downs of AFC Championship Sunday. Again, it's going to be a long week, but make sure you join me as I keep you up to date on this game. And of course, we are going live Sunday, 6:10 p.m. to give you a preview and live play-by-play and reaction video to the game between our Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to have a great time, so make sure you join me then. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment. Again, let me know what you think about the game coming up this weekend. I'll talk to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.